Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Mists of Ravenloft. I am your dungeon master for this evening, and I'm very excited because we had a bit of a fun time last week. I hear resounding choruses of yeses going on there. D20 coup de grace, who plays Magnus Deepshaft, the dwarf princely paladin, will be joining us, in about, up to about a half hour or so, depending on stuff. He's got stuff going on, but he'll be here. So we're gonna start with Shiny Pilot. How are you doing tonight?
Hello, doing good. I realized my silencer wasn't on my mouth, so I'm sorry if it was like grrrr to everybody. But hi, good. Headache's going away now. Painkiller, ready to play Ron, who I'm sure is having an even bigger headache.
Yeah.
Given the situation. Was it the last episode that we fell into a pit full of bugs?
No, that was episode before last. Last episode, y'all decided to fight Octopot.
Oh yes, I was not here.
You were not here.
Well, Ron was here.
I firebolted a lot for you and counterspelled the best I could.
I'm
As
ready
a good
to
wizard.
I'm
Awesome.
ready.
Awesome. We also have the fantastically lovely Nugatosaurus. How are you today?
I'm doing great. My name is Nugatosaurus. I play Umbra of Anastra, the Divine Soul Sorceress, and I'm currently at 10 hit points. I'm not happy. I want to get out of this fucking desert, so let's go. Let's just bounce right now.
Awesome. We also have Mr. Elam D. Wood Jr. himself. How are you, producer Trav?
I'm not so great. At left, love Lindy. I have 3 hit points and I lost my hat.
Not your hat.
I can't find my hat. So I went to the temple, got my ass kicked. On my way out, can't seem to find my hat. So I think we're gonna build it right in. That Elam can't find his hat. Lucky to be alive, frankly.
Well, maybe we'll be able to find a haberdasher in the next place you go to and you can get a new hat made. We will have to see. We also have the young, sprightly, feeling just fine monk, Mr. Merrick Tinbetty. How are you, deception check?
No, hey, I'm doing better than everyone else. It seems like almost. I'm at half health.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty good. But I'm Merrick is right there with Ambar of Anastra and saying, "Let's get the hell out of this sand. Give me a beach, sand, with water associated with it, and maybe a tavern, a whorehouse." A place with drinks and people. I don't care what, just something that's not sand and people in turbans.
Basic amenities,
Yeah.
Basic portside amenities. Well, who knows where you'll end up next? Because we are currently on the doorstep of Octopot's tomb. Last week, they fought a couple mummy priests after triggering a thing that only happens if they go down the set of stairs that just leads down to more mummy priests. And they wandered into the tomb, stole all of his gold, put an Ankh that they had found into the back of a gong. Gong went off. Octopus got real angry. Senmet was in there. Was like, I'm gonna beat you up, Dad. Dad was like, bitch slap, you dead. They all fought. The Octopot was in a good mood because they kind of helped him kill his son. So he's just like, I'm just going to toy with you peons. And while I gotta fix my fucking borders that my son ruined, God. And this is all paraphrased, of course. This is not exactly what happened last week, but, recaps. So they fought him a little bit, and they were like, maybe this is such a great idea. And they booked it with their lives and a lot of treasure. They are now standing outside the front of the temple, having no pursuit follow them.
I believe if I remember correctly, the door is gone now, right?
The door is gone now, and as is the hazy kind of heat haze border that once surrounded this land.
Is our guide still here?
Yeah, Gilgamesh and his
Okay.
camel tour is still here. He's like, oh, you are back! I never thought I would see you again. How can I help? You seem
We'd
to
like
be
to go back to
muted.
town now.
I imagine this scene looks a lot like Indiana Jones, where he is at the beginning when he's running out of the jungle, and there's no one chasing us at this point, but he's just like, start the plane, let's go. And he's just like, Merrick is waving at just go, get the camels going.
So the camels are already pointed in the direction of town.
Right.
Y'all just gotta get on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
As if a monster was still chasing us. I throw Bali onto a camel, lurch onto mine.
So you don't put him on your camel with you. You just throw him onto another camel.
Didn't he have his own camel?
He does, but they're all in a line. The camels will follow each other. That and he's unconscious. So,
Merrick jumps on the first camel he sees that's not populated and gone.
yeah.
Well, yeah. Let's get more heroic than that. Yes, Bali is thrown over my camel,
Okay.
and I'm going to
Yeah.
ride him back to
If
camel
Okay.
back to town
You're
with
right.
him on it.
You're gonna, yes.
Elam, can you give me just 1 second? I can.
What?
I can wake him up if you give me a moment.
All right.
And
All right, fine. We got to get the hell out of here.
okay, just calm down. The door's closed. Just give me a moment.
What? I'm not sure that type of thing needs a door.
Just give me a moment.
No, I didn't see no door closed. It's as far as I'm concerned, that door is right over there. And you got to.
And there's the secret door we know at the top too.
Which is now inaccessible.
Oh, that's not the one with all the traps on the stairs, is it?
That's the one.
Yes.
Oh, I'm
now
not going up there.
inaccessible.
No,
I certainly hope this gold isn't cursed, because there's no way we can get it back where it's supposed to be.
I am gonna reach out and I'm just gonna take Bali's hand.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, you gotta care Wood's belly.
Yes.
He'll be so
For
appreciative.
6.
I'm gonna pull up his character sheet right now because I knew I was forgetting something.
So he gets 6 health.
He kind of just he's like limp on the back of Elam's camel, and then he just comes to, and he's like, "Mommy!"
You're fine, Bali. Mummy's gone. It's
box?
just us.
And you see kind of like there's like a locust kind of like still on him, and he's just and he just kind of flicks it off.
We're outside. We're fine. We're heading back to town.
We're not all dead. Are you sure we're not all dead? Is this
The only
heaven?
one of us who's dead is Isu. At least that's my assumption, because she's not here.
Let's not tell down that.
That's a good plan.
Okay.
And yeah, let's get moving.
Okay.
You heard the young lady.
Turlead, Gilgamesh,
Of
or whatever your
course.
name is.
Yes, that is my name. Gilgamesh.
We're gonna skip the rest of the tour. We're gonna head right back to town now.
You all did take a good bit of time in there, and if we want to make the 5-hour tour, we are
Yeah,
going to have
just
to head
go.
straight to
Go.
town anyways,
Go.
so it works. And he's moving as he's talking, but he's like, that's good because, you spent so long in there. It was, 5 hours just to get back to town in time, so it works.
Let's double time this if we can.
Give me a persuasion check. Or intimidation. I'll take it.
I was gonna say, can I intimidate?
You
maybe?
may intimidate here. In this scenario, yeah.
Ah, damn it! I still roll like
11. Let's see. Yeah, he'll kind of, instead of just the slow tour walk, he'll pick up a little bit, but you're not like running. He don't want to wear his camels out. It's another hour and a half back down, so.
I'm just healing mine constantly. Where's the sails on this thing? It needs to go faster.
But you are on Ship of the Sands. She's not an actual boat.
Then why name it a ship?
Because camels are the ships of the sands, because boats don't work on sand.
Have you ever tried?
I've seen some wrecks. They don't work.
Ah, interesting.
Then the sands cover it up and bury it up. But sands don't do that to camels, and he kind of just pets Skipper on the head a little bit. You all get back to town, and you see that Muffin, or no, Bumps the baby camel, had like that sheet over her head with the 2 eye holes in it to try to be spooky.
Yeah.
The sheet's fallen off, and Bumps is just eating, some grass by the oasis, but is very happy to see everyone when they return. It's got a little bow on her head.
The town drunk still there?
The town drunk is still there, but passed out.
Okay.
It's like Bumps may have looked like Bumps may have confused his hair for grass a little bit because it's a little wet and chewed on, but moved on to greener grasses. So you all get back, hop down from your camels, and Gilgamesh says, "Well, thank you for employing Gilgamesh's Camel Emporium. I hope you all had a wonderful tour, and that you all have a wonderful rest of the day."
I hope I never see you again. On.
Yeah. Ditto.
Where do you head off to?
beeline directly to where we left the caravan, the Vistani.
Right next to the temple.
Yes.
Okay.
It's straight there, not talking to anyone, not looking at anyone, just going.
Mm-hmm. All right. What about the rest of you guys?
I'm gonna go into the temple.
All right.
And I'm gonna go down to the secret room.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull out anything magical that I can discern.
All right. You've detect magic.
I don't.
Okay.
I have my wand of secrets.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that counts.
Mm-mm. It's trap doors, traps, and secret doors.
Yeah. Can I make an Arcana check?
I'll allow an Arcana check because you are in tune with the weave.
Okay.
It's not gonna be easy though.
It's okay. I'm not that smart. 14.
You've already gotten a couple scrolls from here. You've kind of glanced through. Nothing catches your eye immediately.
Okay.
A lot of paperwork.
Yeah. Then I'll just take the. I'm pretty sure I found a journal down here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just take that then.
Okay.
And then I'll go back up and join everybody else.
Sure thing. All
You know
right.
what? I still have a canopic jar.
You do.
Oh God. Okay.
Do you want to leave that here? You want to take that with you?
Wait, is that the one Ron drank out of?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get any magic vibes off the canopic jar, do I?
Not currently, no.
You get cursed vibes.
Yeah. I'll keep it. Why not?
Okay. Do you take anything else from the temple?
No.
Okay.
I think as you wrap up in there, I have just made it there, having limped all the way there, bent over, and I'd like to think that he at 3 hit points, and having fought like the most dangerous thing he's fought in a really long time, he's having his like Vietnam flashback, hearing everybody screaming and this thing breathing hot death all over him,
Yeah.
and like walking through the dust. He's lost his hat. Like make it to the temple, just like when a grown-ass man tries to lay down, it takes him about an hour and a half, so Elam eventually, oh look, it's Trip.
Hey!
Hey, hi everybody.
We'll fix the cams. What? Yeah, keep going.
It's really exciting, Trip. My character's lying down, so we're having a particularly thrilling episode of Ravenloft here. Anyway, so Elam collapses in the temple, horrified by what he's been through.
All right. Bali's just kind of sitting dazed next to you. What about Ron? What is Ron doing?
To be honest, after getting off the tour, Ron would want to get away from the camels, the destruction, the death. He's ready to get out of here too, so he'd probably go with Merrick.
Help with Merrick. Get everything set up, ready to go. Okay.
Yeah.
Magnus, you all got out of the temple. Rode your camels back to town. Energi's gotten back to town. Everyone's pretty much headed to the temple to either get the Vistani's wagon and stuff ready to go. And Embar has gone in looking for something, and Elam's kind of just collapsed. What does Magnus do?
Oh boy, what do I do? Go shopping.
Now, I will remind you that the priestess is dead, and you all returned without her at the day of the festival. So, and the borders have opened, so y'all are getting ready to go to the next place. Maybe home to Waterdeep, who knows?
So the people need guidance.
All right.
I will go attempt to persuade the townspeople to become my retinue.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
So you find the townspeople, and they're not super thrilled with you because you're still unsuspect for a murder trial that's supposed to happen after the festival, which is now. So you get a lot of suspicious looks as you enter town. What would you like to do?
Let's see. Pin the murder on someone close to me.
Uh-huh.
I look for Ron.
He is setting up the wagon with Merrick.
I'm helping Merrick and running away from you.
I'm gonna go up to Merrick. Have you seen Ron around? I need a pin of murder on him.
I'm not really paying attention to any of that. I'm trying to get this carriage set up so we can get the hell out of this area. We're leaving in like 5 minutes.
Oh. Well, I should go to the temple.
You should get on the carriage.
Well, just a moment. I'm gonna run into the temple and leave.
Magnus. Magnus.
What?
Magnus, what's going on out there? What are they doing?
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you're in the temple?
He's like
Yeah.
collapsed on the floor of the temple.
Like me and Bali are like crashed on the floor.
Oh. Are you all right?
No, I'm not. I don't feel well, but I need to know what are we doing right now? Can I take a nap, or are we like, what's going on?
No, we're getting ready to leave. You better get up. I'm gonna. I'll go leave my pocket sand on like Isu's altar.
Okay.
All right, Balia, I'm gonna try and stand up.
Do you want me to help you up?
Yes, I do. Yeah. Ooh. Trip, you gotta mute.
You got
What?
to go.
Yeah, we're getting some echo.
Sorry.
Go turn the. Yep. We gotta try and stand up,
All right,
and
Molly will
we're
try to
gonna
help
walk
you.
out of here.
He's really bad at
good.
strength, but he's gonna try to help you up because he's.
Listen, what is your current circumstance? Is this we're about to leave town? Is there, where, what are you gonna stay here? Or you're gonna what I think you need to get out of here. I think we're getting out of here, and you're coming with us. What do you think?
Look, I asked if I could be your squire, and you said yes. That means I need to follow you.
All right,
Also, you have
Good.
food, and I live on the street, so.
all right. You live in extreme poverty here, so all right. So here we go. All right, I'm gonna walk this direction. You're gonna help me. Here we go.
Okay.
Mm.
He's gonna.
I hurl myself out into the street.
He's
close
not
to
very efficient at helping you up, but he does his best. He tries really hard.
It's a good lad.
Mm-hmm.
Hurry now, we're leaving. I'm gonna head on
Okay.
out ahead of him.
All right. Cool beans. So, you leave your pockets in on the altar. Everyone heads out. By this point, Merrick, Ron, you've been able to get the wagon together as best you can. There's a couple things you're like, I don't even know how they made this fit, but we don't need like 2 stew pots. So yeah. But
Hi,
besides,
Ronnie, you tie that down over there. I'll get this side and make sure the horses are tied. I think they tied. A sailor knot shall be work here.
Oh, okay. Is this how you tie the knot? Ron's like doing one of those horrible kid knots where it's just like a massive knot. Like there's no style to it or anything like that.
He'll walk over and he'll like yank on it, pull it apart, like flip it one time, and boom, and it's a perfect knot now. You're really close.
I'll keep practicing.
We'll have to, like, don't you wizards know what, like a rope trick spell or something like that?
Not really rope tricks, but we know lots of other things.
I swear I knew a spell like that. A wizard friend I knew did it. Never mind. We'll figure it out when we figure it out.
Okay.
All right, good helping. Get up there on the seat up there. Get ready to go if we have to. We need someone to get these horses moving if
You
we
want
can.
me to drive this thing?
Well, for now, maybe.
Oh, okay.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I'll be up there with you in a moment.
all right.
Shaking hands, climbing up it.
Gives him a pop on the butt. He goes up. Hey, good boy.
Give me an animal handling check, please, Ron.
I'm not telling him to drive off yet.
Oh, I know, just to see how the horses feel about him.
Oh,
13.
Or the donkeys. They're donkeys. They're mules. One's a donkey, one's a mule.
13.
They're pretty chill.
Okay. Ron will sit up there very nervously and be death gripping the reins and kind of looking like, don't go far, okay? I don't know how to stop them if they go.
say whoa, I think. And
Whoa.
pull back.
Okay.
Like really loud, like you mean it.
Okay. Whoa.
That was good. That was good. Yes. We'll have you
And the
running a
dog's like
carriage
shit.
straight in.
You scare the horses, they start running.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm gonna go see where everyone else is at.
Okay. Roland, it'll be like,
Bless him. All right, Merrick, you pop your head in and you see Bali and Elam like staggering out, with Magnus just striding behind, and Embara come in. She's kind of like tucking something in her pocket as she goes. And there's also a lot of sand on the altar.
I'll go right past Magnus and help Elam,
Okay.
like drag him and Bali.
Hey, all right, not bad. You put this together quick. Hey, here we go. Pull me up. What happened to that lady with the blood oath thing?
They're
So
all
what-
gonna be dead if that guy gets out. Let's just go. I don't care.
Okay, you don't. All right.
At this point, I don't care.
Roger that. Roger that. Come on, Bali. Here we go.
Okay. So you
Sit on your butt. Don't stand up while it's moving.
Oh, okay.
Sit on your
Have you
bottom.
guys seen Embara?
I'm right here.
Let's go.
Do you want to grab some food from the kitchens? Is there food in the wagon?
There's not a lot of food in the wagon, but there's food in the temple.
Yeah, I'll grab whatever provisions I
Well,
can.
there's just a bunch of like dried jerky and fresh fruit.
Is there
Yeah.
any like small golden objects sitting out?
Oh, there are so many small golden objects in the temple. There is the temple treasury, and there's also
Yeah.
Isu's room, both of which have about, 1,000 gold worth of loot.
Now Merrick is worried about curses, so he looks over wistfully. He's just like, it's such a shame. All right, we're off. Not stealing from temples where I know the god's alive. Let's go.
That's a pretty good strategy. Not gonna lie. All right, so Merrick, you're driving the wagons.
I get up there with Ron, help Elam in and Bali, and wait for Embara and Magnus to get in.
Ron will very quickly hand you the rings. Like, I don't want it.
I don't know how to drive these things either, man. I'm just trying to take the lead here.
I'll drive him. I'll drive him.
You're gonna pass out at one good bump.
No, I can do it. I can do it. Let me up there. Scooch over.
Fine, I'll get in the back. Ron, keep an eye on him.
Okay.
I'm going to stay here.
God. Botched my animal handling. check.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Do you have
That's
proficiency
embarrassing.
in land vehicles?
No. Land vehicles?
Yes.
No, I don't. Sorry.
I wasn't sure if you did because I know you had a wagon previously. So,
Not written down.
What's going on up there?
I think
Try
he died again.
Like throw up.
so, oh, no. So you're looking at this donkey and this mule, and they're not happy with you at all. Oh, you are proficient in land vehicles. I see it on your D&D Beyond character sheet.
Well, thank you, Lindy.
You're welcome. So, give me... Well, the animals aren't impressed, and they might be an issue slightly. You know how to do a wagon. So please give me a land vehicles check, which we'll say that's wisdom based. Kind of got to know how to drive on the roads. There you go.
There we go.
There you go. So, yeah, you are... While the donkey and the mule are not fans of you, they listen begrudgingly as you're just like, hey, get out of the desert. Let's just go. And you're able to coax them out. They don't run, but they proceed at a decent pace. And
Get up now. Come on.
you guys approach what was used to be that hazy border. Like, almost like a heat wave that you could feel. And it's not any hotter than than the surrounding air. Unlike when you first came out of it, it was ridiculous, like gusts of heat. It actually feels a little cooler as you start to get towards that area. And you kind of, the desert starts to look a little foggy? It's the strangest thing.
I've never seen the desert so foggy like this before.
Oh no. Not again.
Aye, we've been doing this. This is good. This is good. That just means we won't be here. I'm fine with that. Let's just keep going.
Okay.
I have an idea. Embara, You talk about connecting with the weave and all that. You're magically proficient, and I'm sorry I caught you eating. I apologize. I know we didn't get much to eat while we were running for our lives, but I think maybe if you connect with the weave, perhaps you can guide us through this mess.
I can certainly try.
I mean, it won't hurt, would it?
I guess not. Okay. I'm gonna take out Dulcime's tarot cards.
Okay.
Because I know Dulcime
Mm-hmm.
kind of had some kind of manipulation over the mists.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna focus on her and the weave and see if I can guide us through it.
Okay. Give me that Arcana check.
Okay. Hopefully it's better than the one I rolled earlier. Ugh, it's not. 13.
So, you're not getting anything from the Arcana check, but you do sense a slight remnant of Dulcime's spirit here. And you sense it's trying to guide you through the mist a little bit. You think you can follow it.
Okay. That way. Over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I guide whoever's driving the
Mhm.
cart.
Yeah.
Have we hit the mist yet?
You're just starting to.
I tell Bali to get up here and sit up in the front. I mean, come here.
Oh, okay.
Over.
He kind of
Come here. Come sit here.
clambers up, kind of squeezes in between you
Because-
and Ron.
Little backstory, folks. We had a whole bunch of children with us
You
when we moved from one particular area to another. And Elam has certainly not forgotten this and just like sort of doesn't take the kid's hand or anything. Just like got him where he could see him. You know? Like you're a kid, whatever happens, you're a good kid and you got a bright future.
Are we driving
be
into
alright.
poison or something?
Well, no, it's
Okay.
not poison, as far as I know.
You're getting a little emotional, it seems.
Well, I have seen these mists previously.
I've never seen this before. It's like that one time I saw a cloud, but it's on the ground.
Yes, it is very similar to that, in fact, but this particular cloud seems to be able to move us from place to place. I can't quite explain it, and it's rather creepy.
Like where?
Oh man, we've been on an island. We've been
What's an
in the
island?
desert. It's a body of land surrounded by water. I'll tell you more about it. There was a lion man. It was weird, but we've been all over.
Like
and,
an ant
This
Buddy,
one-
this
no.
cloud's not good.
No, he's right about that. It's not. But you're gonna be okay. Just sit there. Don't move.
A little to the left, Elam.
You really know where we're going? Honestly?
I think so.
All right. I'm
Alright.
feeling better about this one then.
Now,
Who knows what they're doing?
out of
I don't-
curiosity, what's everyone thinking about as you enter the mists? Merrick seems to know. Let's
Please
just
let it be a port. Please,
please
let
let
it
it be a port.
Please let there be a sea. Please let there be a sea.
Ron is thinking about the spooky evil gloom and how spooky and dangerous it is, and flashback to the Kraken, and then flashback to being on the island of Dr. Moreau, basically, and the good times and the bad times. Flashback to all this trauma and stuff that happened here. Oh boy, I hope we're not going to more trauma. That's what's in his head.
All right. What about Magnus?
Fashion.
I'm so great, but maybe I could be greater. No, that's impossible.
Of course, of course. What about Mbara?
Ambar's probably thinking. Well, she's focusing on Dulcime.
Mm-hmm.
But in the back of her mind, she's like, "God damn, I miss home."
All right. You feel that thought, like almost dissipate out into the mists. Mm-hmm. Because you're connected. You kind of feel this thing. What is Elam thinking?
In this whole experience, this particular enemy needs to have dealt a blow to the psyche of at the very least his character, and he's never, it's been a long time since he's gotten his ass kicked this bad, and he's terrified that Bali will get lost in the mist, and can't imagine being separated from this group of people at this point because he doesn't really have anything, and is kind of all in at this point, and is pretty shaken but taking it like a man, and so yes, scared but resolute.
Excellent. Well, you guys are thinking these thoughts as you go through the mists, and there's a moment where the mist is so thick you can't even see anybody to either side of you. But then it starts to dissipate. You see a light kind of shining through, and then the mists very quickly kind of dissipate down to just a low fog, and you find yourselves on a cobbled street in the very early hours of morning.
Are we here?
Is it a cool fog?
It is.
What's the tallest building near here?
If you're looking around, you see that there are several 4- and 5-story buildings.
Okay.
Timber frame, shingles, glass panes in the windows, that kind of thing?
Yep.
Aye.
Some of them are brick, actually. Some of them are stone. There's a wide variety of aesthetic. There's some stained glass windows. There's some paned windows. The street appears to be well maintained.
Aye, we found the real town. Aye. Oh, thank. Amber, you're good at this.
I'm really not.
Aye, you pointed us in this direction, and we showed up at a place with an actual town and streets, and there's no sand inside. Except in my shoes. Now, hold on 1 second. Dumping out his shoes.
Maybe we can get a proper meal here.
And maybe a bed.
As long as
Scorpions.
it doesn't have sands and curses, I think it'll be way better. Buddy, have you ever heard of a place like this from travelers?
And Bali's eyes are like just looking at everything. His head is on a swivel.
I take that a no.
He's just like, his mouth just jaw dropped open, looking at the architecture. He's like,
Is it a clear night?
it is. It's a bit foggy. It's early morning, so
Okay.
like the sun is just starting. You can start to see pale streaks of yellow and pink in the sky.
All right. I was wondering if I could get any direction on stars to see where we were.
Not right
okay.
now, but probably maybe tonight.
Okay.
You hear like this where your street is on is pretty quiet, but you hear activity further down.
So I just want to say that let's not get our hopes up, because every place we've been has been a shithole in one way or another. So let's be cautiously optimistic.
As long as I can find a few new outfits, I'll be fine.
All right, Magnus.
I just feel like getting drunk and sitting and passing out at this point, if I can. Or finding a boat. Or both.
You can get trashed, and you can get a dress, and I'll get a new hat, and eventually we'll meet the god of death, or whatever.
We already
Crazy
met that one.
wacko. It's lurking behind a barrel here somewhere.
That does seem to be the theme of our expeditions.
Well, we're all here. We're all in one piece. Bali's here. Let's get this kid something to eat.
Yes.
It's past your bedtime, young man.
I demand a feast.
A
Well,
feast
but-
sounds good. I like food.
Elam, let's head in the direction of the noise.
Yes.
All right. So you head towards the direction of the noise, and as the sun kind of starts to come up, the fog starts to dissipate, you know, with the heat of the morning sun's rays. And the cobbled street becomes adjacent to a boardwalk. You see tall masts of ships and
thank
docks, and you smell salt water.
Merrick is off the carriage, running straight out to the dock, just gone.
As he's doing that, are there any people around us?
Yes, you see the activity that you heard from back as people loading up some of the boats on the docks. You see winches and cranes and people. One odd thing that everybody notices is that you don't see anyone wearing any armor here at all.
Okay. I'm gonna flag one of them down that doesn't look too busy.
You see that there's like a young boy who's got like a cap on, and he seems to be selling rolled up scrolls of paper with writing on them.
Okay, I'll go up. Excuse me.
Yeah, love, what can I help you with? Would you like to buy a paper?
Sure.
Oh, 2 copper.
All right, there you go. 2 copper.
Thank you.
Could you tell me what city this is?
You don't know where you are, love? Did you get hit on the head?
It's been a long day.
Why does your voice sound so weird?
What do you mean? Why does your voice sound so weird?
My voice doesn't sound weird, your voice does.
You're all falsetto. How old are you anyways? You're like 8 or you're a teenager?
I'm nearly 15, thank you very much.
I don't believe that. My voice is deep and I'm only 11.
Anyway, Ronald.
What? What?
Hush, I'm trying to ask questions.
Sorry.
Where are we?
He kind of gestures to the paper, and it says, Port-a-Lucine Times. You're in Port-a-Lucine, love. Domain of Dementliu?
Isn't that where we were trying to go previously?
Yes.
Port-a-Lucine? Yes.
Yes, it is.
Oh, all right. Well, that's pleasant. This is, I guess, we took a roundabout way to get here, but we're here, so that's good. Thank you very much, and I'll give him 2 more copper.
Okay. Yeah, he appreciates it. He kind of just pockets it. Anything else you want to know?
Where's the nearest inn, actually?
Oh, do you want the nearest inn or a good inn?
A good inn that we could
Alright.
hook up our donkeys and take care of them.
Yeah, you don't want the nearest inn, let me tell you. You would not you seem like a decent lady. I wouldn't recommend going to the nearest inn. Nearest inn would be, hold on, I've got it written down here. The nearest inn is the Mutinied Sailor, but they're real shite. They've got lice and everything. You don't want to go there, fleas. The food's awful. If you want next tier up, you got the Broken Spire over 3 blocks that way. But if you want nice inn, he kind of looks over at Magnus. You probably want the Governor's Hotel.
So the Broken Spire and the Governor's Hotel.
Or La Premiere if you're kind of looking for something in between.
Or La Premiere. All right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
And then I'll go back to the cart.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to sit down. I'm going to read this paper.
And you see him just sticks his tongue out at Ron.
Oh.
Ron
What's your
sticks his
name?
tongue out.
What?
I asked the, was it like a news kid or whatever?
Yeah, it's like a paper boy.
Okay. What was his name? I asked him his name.
Oh, you asked his name?
Yeah.
Charlie.
Charlie. Thank you, Charlie. And I'll hand him a gold piece.
Oh, thank you, sir. And he takes his little hat off, does a little flourishy bow. Yeah, have a paper. He'll give you a paper.
All right. I'll check what the news of the day is.
As will I. I'm going to sit in the cart as we wait for Merrick.
All right, Port-a-Lucine Times, and I will spell that out for you in chat. That way you guys can have it for notes or whatever. Alright, there you go. It's Port-a-Lucine and Dementliu. You guys, you see that the Times, a lot of it's local, like there appears to be some kind of, nobles. A lot of it's kind of like gossipy stuff about the noble families of the area. One is advertising a sale at one of the blacksmiths in town. Another one is then like there's like a page, like a whole half page on the other side that is advertising a giveaway, like a sweepstakes giveaway for a book signing by Rudolph van Richten, famous monster hunter.
I recognize that name. And Bara doesn't, but I do.
You do. That's what's important.
Yeah. All right, then I guess we just wait for Marek to get back, and then we'll go to that La Premiere, I think, because he said it was in between the Broken Spire and the Governor's Hotel. You're muted, Magnus. No, you're still muted.
Yes, we'll go to the Governor's Hotel. Yes.
No, La Premiere.
Where?
La Premiere?
Where's that?
We'll have to find it.
He kind of just pointed and was like 3 blocks, 2 blocks, 4 blocks. You know, just kind of like real fast, like like everyone knows where these things are.
Wonderful. And then I'll start heading that way.
Hold on, Magnus. We're gonna wait for Marek. We're gonna stick together.
What is Merrick doing at this point? As Imbara has taken a few minutes to talk to the local paperboy.
I take a turn towards a wharf or dock that is not does not have a docked ship.
Mm-hmm.
I take a quick glance at the quality of the water.
Okay.
Is it? How does it look?
Salty. No.
He dives in.
I'm sorry.
He dives in.
It looks cool, clear, and refreshing. It's not like super clear.
No, there's not junk floating in it. It's not.
No,
Okay.
it's kept fairly clean. You don't see a whole lot of litter on the dock itself either. It appears that this city cares about their appearance to a certain extent. The streets are kept fairly clean, as is the harbor. But it's not like, oh wow, look at these pristine beach, like coastal waters. This port does get a lot of traffic, so it's not pristine, but it's not bad.
He's fine. He stands on the edge. He just looks at the boats and he's like, I'm home. And he just falls into the water and sinks to the bottom for a little bit.
Okay.
Doesn't take his clothes off or anything. Just jumps in.
Just jumps in.
Just jumps in.
So, y'all look up for like, we'll leave when Merrick gets back, and you see him just bloop, fall into the water.
No, he doesn't stay very long.
Okay.
He just wanted to make sure it was real. And he'll come back dripping back to the cart. Nice. It's a nice port. Good ships, good dock, good wood, good sea. I'm happy. We're gonna stay out here near the water, right? They always have the best inns out here. They're fun.
There's an inn around here that we're gonna go to.
It smells bad over here.
Your nose is broken. Say it again and I'll make sure.
What? I go like
right.
I take the back of my shield and like polish it and like look in my nose.
Like, is it broken?
Like everything's perfect, right?
Everything's perfect, right? Yes. Not the face.
Nice. So, do you know where we are?
Port-a-Lucine.
Ah, that's where we were heading before.
We got there in a roundabout way, but
Oh,
yes.
The gods. Well, everything's good now. Let's go find a place to get drunk.
Sounds good. Let's pass this young man's bedtime. Magnus, can I see that paper when you're done with it?
Paper.
I'm gonna head us in the direction. I'll hand Merrick my paper,
Mhm.
and then I'll head us in the direction where he gestured that
Yeah.
the La Premiere.
Aye, this is a good sign. They have broadsheets. That's a good thing.
I hand the equivalent of the funnies to Bali.
Uh-huh. He looks at it. He goes, what does it say?
Oh, son. I'm gonna have to teach you to read.
I can read, just not this.
Uh-huh. What does that say? What is that funny character right there with the bunny ears saying there?
what are bunny ears?
All right, son. We're
Okay.
gonna let's just get to the end. I need some brown food and strong drink.
Brown food. Okay.
Something fried.
You have to be careful with brown food sometimes.
Something refried. If there's anything green on my plate, I'm gonna throw it at him.
Okay. What if it's
Give
like
it to him,
green ham and green eggs? Green ham
That's
and eggs.
ridiculous.
No,
That's
I've had it
silly.
once before.
You've had green eggs and ham.
I've had
before.
green ham and eggs.
Well, you were penniless in the desert. It was probably some sort of bizarre insect patty made out of ground bug husks. And then they told you it was ham.
What's wrong with ground bug husks?
Look, I'm not going to shame you for the life you have lived, Ali. You've you know, you're a good man. We're here. America's very excited about this town Port-a something. And, you know, all I'm saying is I need brown gravy
Okay.
and starchy food on the ASAP.
Okay.
Black
Alright.
coffee.
So you all keep walking, and as you do, you see the town start to kind of wake up a bit more. A lot of people wearing more simple, but well-crafted clothes, simple colors. A lot of different hairstyles and variety of clothing styles as well. People, like, you know, cleaning out chamber pots, getting all the stuff ready. This town's slowly waking up, and the last of the fog is starting to dissipate. You guys are on the lookout for La Premiere. Give me perception checks, please.
$24.
You're too busy looking in your shield to make sure that nothing's broken. You do look in the shield, and you look awful. I mean, you were attacked by a mummy. You've got, like, a little something on your cheek a little bit.
I lay on hands.
You lay on hands, but you don't feel any better.
No!
It's like your max HP is only 11 until you long rest or something.
A doctor! I must see a doctor! A cleric! I go running off.
So Magnus abandons the wagon as you all head up towards La Premiere.
Should we go after him?
Ah!
Is he gonna be okay? Anybody?
What? No, he's out of his mind. Find him running through the streets nude here in about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, give him that long.
Well, we just don't want us to get kicked out of this town right away. I mean, we just got here.
Well, he's
Well,
by
he's in a good
himself,
place.
so we're not technically associated with him at the moment. So,
Right, if he gets kicked out of the town, we'll give him the Vistani tent and he could just camp out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. So, the rest of you continue on. Also, Elam, you've got some... You feel awful because you're only at 3 HP, but you also
Alright, I feel
noticed you have,
terrible.
like a rash starting to come over you. It looks...
Yeah.
It looks a lot like that, that disease that those monks at that sanctuary said they had.
Oh, great. I'm gonna like quietly amble over to Ambara. Like, Ambara.
yes.
Yeah, excuse me, I'm sorry, I don't mean to distract you. I know you're reading the paper. It's fascinating. Could you take a look at this really quick? Hold on just a second. Could
Why
just-
are you taking off your clothes?
So just take a second. Hold on. Have you ever seen anything like that? I know it's
Oh, what is
got hairy guy shoulders, you know what I mean? But look at this. It's all scaly and it itches. I can take my shirt off and look at the whole thing here.
No, don't take your clothes
No.
off, please.
Well, here's just if you look, it's like flaking here. So
As Elam's like pulling off, like starting to pull off, you hear someone go, "Hey, red lamp district for that kind of thing, especially at this hour."
oh hey, they got hookers here. All right. So do I go to the?
Can I make a medicine or
Yeah.
what kind of
You can give me a medicine check.
12? I'm not wise.
All right, so if you hadn't seen this before, you wouldn't know what it is, but you've seen this before. This looks a lot like what those monks had in that sanctuary when they were turning into mummies. And you're pretty sure it's a curse.
I identified it that first time.
Yeah. You'd think this is mummy rot.
This is really bad. Elam.
You think he has about 24 hours from the time he got infected, so probably more about 20 now.
20. So we have 20 hours. Okay, Elam. Here's the deal. You have 20 hours to get this fixed. Otherwise, you'll turn into a mummy. This is mummy rot. It's a curse, and it is very bad.
Lower your voice, please. My God.
My assumption is that we've stepped back from we're behind the party at this point. All right, so we need to find a temple. And we need to get this curse removed immediately.
All right.
Otherwise, you'll be like Octopop.
Oh, well, okay. Well, we're in agreement that we don't want that to happen. Is it expensive?
I have no idea.
Is it painful?
I will remind you all that you have 2 scrolls of remove curse in your possession.
Oh shit, we do. Well, then I'm gonna pull that out.
It's not expensive.
I think I found one of them.
You did find one of them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You gonna rub me with a piece of paper?
Yeah. No, stand right there. No, I'm sorry. A little to the right.
Should I get undressed?
No, keep your clothes on, for God's sake. And I will cast remove curse.
Okay. Because you are a cleric-y sorceress, no check is made to do this scroll. And you were able to... You feel a little better. You feel like a weight's kind of been lifted off your chest that you didn't realize it was there. Till it happened. But you still feel really shitty, but the rash is gone. You feel like you just need a long sleep, maybe some food. But you feel a little better.
All right. Is that gonna? You think that'll do it? I
think you'll be fine. You just need a
I'll
rest.
make it.
Yes, you'll be fine.
Let me tell you something. No one ever had to give me permission to take a nap.
I know you.
It's Ambara Vanastra,
amount of naps.
the divine soul sorceress, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, let me get your attention here, Porta. Whatever. This is the one right here. This is the sorceress gonna save all our asses, keeping the wolves from the door.
So Elam knows I'm a sorceress. He doesn't know I'm a divine soul sorceress. The only one who does is Merrick.
Elam's been watching the show.
Yeah.
This is a death priestess.
Member.
She does death magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. The death magic priestess herself.
Elam, calling me a death priestess, a death magic priestess, that makes me sound like a necromancer. And necromancy is highly frowned upon.
Is that like a mummy?
That's like zombies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, no.
So don't go announcing that I'm a death priestess, please.
We've got kind of a loose understanding of how magic works. You know, we're all sort of learning together.
Very.
And as you're explaining this to him, you see a sign up ahead that says La Premiere.
Oh, there it is.
It's a 3-story building, brick, and it's got 2 little gas lamps in the front.
I'll catch up with the friend of the party, and this is where we're going.
It's a little bit far from the wharf. Are you sure this is any good?
I'm positive it's better than the other one that the child recommended.
Aye, all right. I'll take your word for it. You have good taste.
Bar, is everything okay? You guys kind of stopped back there a bit.
Is everything fine?
Yes, just taking care of a matter.
Okay.
So you take care of Elam?
Yes, of course. I take care of everybody, don't I?
So are you like our mom?
Sure. I guess.
Aye, that's kind of creepy.
That's very creepy.
I heard that's what moms do. So.
I can be your older sister, Wally.
Okay.
Not quite your mum, but I'll take care of you, I promise.
Okay.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
And with that, as you guys walk up to this inn, we're going with Magnus, who ran off screaming as he just looked pretty awful. Yelling, "Cleric! Priest!"
Okay. I'm going to run back to Charlie.
Okay.
I'm going to, like, run up and shake him. Charlie!
Ah! Starts
Where's
beating you with the newspaper.
I need to find one!
It's not very effective, but he's just kind of like, "Gah!" with the newspaper. What are you looking for?
A priest! A cleric! I was
which
cursed by the mummy!
Oh,
Look, point at my face.
if you curse, get your bloody hands off me, Mr. Lord, sir, please.
I'm like, pat him on the head.
Well, what kind of priestess are you looking for, priest?
Ah,
I went to Bali. What kind of priestess are you looking for?
the best one!
Well, you probably want to go to the cathedral up there. And you see, there's like a couple spires on the building, and a very tall building with lots of stained glass and old stone.
Wonderful.
Is there?
I may need more information. You're coming with me.
No.
And like, grab him by the wrist. And,
Just drag and you just drag him along. All right, so you drag him to this chapel. You see that there are a few candles lit inside, but the doors are closed.
I'll just burst in the doors.
Okay. Of course.
Help! I need healing!
You see a man with a long beard. And he's wearing like kind of like a light grayish purple vestments. He turns around as he's lighting a candle. He goes, "Yes, how can I help you?"
Yes, I've been cursed by
this paper boy.
Oh yes, he's leading me around. He's a good child.
Right. All right. Certainly help, Charlie. You have been cursed by a mummy, you said, as in one of the undead?
Oh yes. Look, I like show him the little scar on my face. I guess there. You see something?
Yeah, there's like a little scratch on your face from like where he kind of backhanded you a little bit. It's from where he cast harm. It's just like, and he goes, "This is quite."
Yeah, good. Check the face. That's it. I'm going back for him. Motherfucker.
He goes, "Well, let me take a look at that." Yes, I see. Well, I could bestow a blessing. I could, of course, for a nominal donation to the church, I could bestow a blessing which will enact upon itself as soon as you have a night's sleep or day's sleep.
I'll pay anything.
Of course. Please, our donation box is this way.
All right.
It's like a little wooden, it's a simple wooden box. It says donations.
Okay, I dump all my gold into it.
You dump as much gold as will kind of fit in that paper box. I'm assuming you didn't drag the whole sarcophagus.
Well,
Because they kind of had to load that onto the wagon.
Yeah.
So.
Just all the gold I have on me, whatever it is.
Okay. Let's say it's like 20 gold. You're just like. Just dump it in. Just like empty it, coming back. She goes, "How generous of you, my lord." Here, and you can, if you see him take like a little small vial of it looks like holy water, and kind of sprinkle it. He says something in a language. What languages do you speak?
Let's see. Dwarven, Celestial.
Celestial. He's giving you a blessing in Celestial. He goes, "Of course," and you feel a little bit of like a soft worm tingle come over you as like this blessing takes effect. He goes, "Thank you for your generosity. The gods do appreciate it. Now, go on and get some rest, and I promise you'll be fixed in the morning."
All right. If I'm not, I'll be back here, priest.
Of course, of course.
Wonderful. I'm going to,
Let go of my wrist now.
oh yes! Thank you, Charlie. I'll give him another pat on the head. And, say, now lead me to that, fancy inn you spoke of.
The La Premiere or the Governor's Hotel?
Whatever one was the fancy one.
That would be the Governor's Hotel then, mister.
Alright, I suppose lead me there.
They got 4 poster beds and everything.
That sounds like a place for a proper rest to repair my poor, withered face.
Right, yo, sir. Then I'll take you right there, mister. And he leads you to a very fancy-looking establishment. You see, it's gated right on the outside, and there's like hedges and topiaries carved outside. And he kind of leads you up here. Oh, I'm not allowed in, but you look real fancy, so I'm sure it won't be a problem for you, sir.
No, of course you're allowed in, Charlie. You're with me now.
Oh, all right then.
You're my guide around here.
Am I all right? Sure. At least for right now, I am.
Oh, I'll pay you later. I'll put it on a bill.
Oh, I can do that for you, sir.
Good.
No problem. Let's get you checked in then. And he opens up the gate and leads you right up to the front doors of the Governor's Hotel. Now you see that these doors, they're mahogany, of course, with light stain varnished over them, gold knobs and fixtures. You open it up into a beautiful foyer. The floor is marble. There's a mahogany service desk to the side where you see a man in a very fine-looking outfit. It's got gold embroidery on the side, silver embroidery on the sides, actually. And he goes, "Yes, welcome to the Governor's Hotel. How may I be of assistance, my liege? My lord?"
Yes. Only the finest suite for me, please.
I see. Yes, and who might you be? He picks up a little pen to the book.
Lord Magnus Deepshaft.
Lord Magnus Deepshaft, you must be new in town. I don't believe we've had a Deepshaft stay with us previously.
I am a visitor, yes.
Alright. Well, our average rooms average 10 gold pieces a night. Our suite would be 15 gold pieces. I'm sure that is not out of my lord's budget.
Of course not.
Of course. Alright. Excellent. Well, you'll be led up to your room momentarily. Is there anything my liege will be requiring immediately?
I could use a new change of clothing. Yes.
Of course, my lord. We will have measurements taken once you enter your suite so that we may have something made for you.
A frosty brew would be nice.
Of course. Does my lord have a preference?
So do you have the a snow grog?
The snow grog, yes. I believe that we have a cask of snow grog. It is quite a rare import, but a glass can be procured.
Wonderful. I'll have 3.
Of course, my lord.
Good choice. Good choice.
And you are, he bing, dings a little bell, diddling, and a young woman comes up. She is in a very ruffled outfit that matches the same kind of style, but a bit more frilly, of the door greeter. She goes, "Oh, this way, my lord. I will lead you to your room. It'll be on the 4th floor."
Wonderful.
Yep, she leads you up this beautiful staircase. You see that there's some stained glass motifs.
Stairs?
Yes. Yes, my lord, stairs. However, you will have a fantastic view of the city from your suite.
I suppose it'd be worth it. There's room service, correct?
Of course, my lord.
Well, then I won't be walking down for quite some time.
Of course not, my lord. So, you are reassured to see that there are not too many doors leading off of these stairs, meaning that their rooms are not tiny. You see that there are only 4 doors on the top floor of this 4-story building. You were led to the one on the left. Open up, and it is a large, spacious antechamber. You see that there are, looks like about 3 rooms off of this room. You would assume one's the bathroom, a bedroom, and of course maybe a closet or multi-purpose room, parlor even. But everything is trimmed in fine furnishings, elegant carved, furniture, paintings. Some might call it a bit gaudy, but it's just right.
Ooh, wonderful.
You think those might even be Day the Feather pillows on the bed.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted. One thing. Do you have a menu?
Of course. It is right here on the side table, my lord.
I will look at it for a moment and just, wow, that looks great. That looks good. Oh, man. I can't make a decision. I suppose I'll just have one of everything.
Of course, my lord. It will be up as soon as it is ready.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Please pull this bell if you require any additional services of any nature.
At any time, of course.
Of course, my lord.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. And she bows out of the room, closes the doors, and Charlie's kind of just standing there. So what do you want me to do then in here? I'll just sit right here if you don't need me right now.
Do you know any games?
Yeah, I know some games. I know 3 Dragonati. I know, poker. I know, what do you want to play?
I've
Slapjack.
never played Dragon Ante before.
Oh, well, mister, I've got a game for you. And he will show you 3 Dragon Ante. So let's come back to La Premiere, where the rest of the group is going to have a much more affordable stay. Y'all pull up, you see that this, it's a nice little inn. 3 stories. They have a stable on the side. It looks like some rose bushes along the very, either side of the front door. Nicely painted windows, well-maintained shutters. There doesn't appear to be a lot of activity, but you can see that there's a smokestack coming up, which means the kitchen's already cooking. So you enter inside, and you see that there is a very plump maiden on the inside. She goes, "Oh, good evening. How can I help you?" "Oh, good morning. Sorry, I'm used to night shift."
My name's Zambara. We would like to get a few rooms if you have anything available.
Of course, we have several vacancies. How can I? How many rooms would you like?
Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 if Magnus ever comes back. 3 rooms.
3 rooms? Do you require multiple beds in each room?
Yes.
Alright, we have a few rooms with 1 larger bed and a few rooms with smaller separate beds. I will put you down for 3 rooms of smaller separate beds.
That would be perfect.
Alright.
We also have...
No, go ahead, Ambara. I'm sorry, you've got it.
we also have a cart and 2 animals as well.
Of course. That is no problem to take care of. Of course, we will... I'm looking at my thing. So it will be 2 gold pieces per room per night. And the stable is an additional... it's just 5 silver per animal. So a gold per day.
Alright. So we'll do... let's just do 2 nights for the moment.
2 nights for the moment? Alright, 3 rooms. 2, 4, 6, 8. Alright. So, yes. And she'll take your money. It will be 14 gold.
Okay, I'll pay her using some of the sarcophagus money.
Okay. Some of Magnus's money. And she goes,
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Of course, meals. We have breakfast and dinner included with your stay. We don't really do lunch much here. It's more like appetizers, things with drinks, people who come in for. We do afternoon tea, though, if you're interested in that. Besides that, here are your rooms. They have their numbers on the key. Please have a wonderful stay, and if you need anything, please let me know. Breakfast will be ready in about an hour.
And what was your name again?
Oh, my name is Cassandra.
Alexandra. Pleasure to meet you. Like I said, I'm Bara. What time is tea? It's been a very long time since I've had a good cup.
Of course. Tea will be at 2:15.
Perfect. All right. Thank you very much.
Is your liquor cabinet open?
Oh, that is open all the time.
Aye, do you have a good rum?
Of course, we have multiple rums. Do you have a preference? A dark rum, a light rum?
Dark and a bottle.
Of course, sir. One moment, and she kind of just finishes filling out, little paper thing. Puts the gold in a little box. A bottle of rum will be this. If you want a high quality bottle, it'll be about 2 gold. For a mid-tier, it'll be about 5 silver.
Aye, let's splurge. Here's 2.
Oh, thank you, sir. And she pulls you out a bottle, and it has a kraken on it.
Is it a soul kraken?
It's not. This kraken is like playing with his ship. It looks like it's just having a good old time, and there's a lot of bubbles on the logo emblem as well. A little different than that. It's a more playful kraken.
It's got big kawaii eyes.
Yeah, big. It's almost too cute to be a kraken.
Nah. I've had something like this before. I'm sure it'll be fine.
He just pops the cork and just takes a swig off of it right away.
Mm-hmm. It is made by pirates, actually, so it is quite an interesting import.
I'm sure.
Mm.
Do you have a lot of pirates around here?
Oh, no, not many. This was a unique import. They got stranded here for a few weeks, but then they left port. But they wanted to spend some time shopping, so they offloaded the rum, and, well, we bought most of it.
Aye. That sounds fire. You said shopping. A group of your friends here like to do a bit of shopping from time to time. What's the best of shops you have around?
Well, what are you looking for?
Anything interesting?
Well, there's a couple of expert blacksmiths here. There is a candle shop. It's very quaint. They also have a magical accoutrement there. There is a Fletcher, Provisioner, the Tanner. Of course, we also have a lovely selection of novelty stores. She actually pulls out a small little map of, it says, Port-a-Lucine Tourism Industry Board. There is an imported goods dealer, an antique dealer, an art store, a baker, a bookseller, a brewer/meadery, a butcher, candy maker, a furniture store. See, there's a place to get cart and wagon repair, candles, cheeses, clockmakers. There's a cosmetics dealer, a costume shop right across from the Opera House. There's also a house of wax, a wax house. A gem cutter, a fine clothier, another distillery. There's a curiosity shop, herbalist. There's a cartography shop, a perfume maker, a shipwright silver maker. There's also can see a soap maker, a tailor, a toy maker, a cuisine store, a wig store, a haberdasher, a spice merchant, a sculptor. And there is a small section for slave trade.
Oh, good.
Yes.
This is quite a metropolitan town. Better than we've been to.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's also a library, a university, and a historic district.
All right. Well, we have our work cut out for us then. Lots of things to see.
Quick question. Do we need to bring the donkeys around?
Oh, our stable boy will go take care of them for you.
All right. Perfect.
The one's right out there?
Yes. Give us one moment, actually. And I'm going to step away and motion Marek over.
Yes.
What are we going to do with our sarcophagus of gold?
I'm not sure, but I'm not touching it.
So just leave it?
Think about it. We actually saw their god. He tried to kill us. And Magnus stole his gold. If there was ever a chance for there to be a real curse, an actual curse, that gold is dancing in it.
All right.
I'm just saying. Perhaps we should have their people move it for us. Maybe they have a vault or something?
I really don't want to tell them that we just have a sarcophagus full of gold. I'll turn back to Alexandria.
Mm-hmm.
We have some valuables with us. Is there any place we could keep them?
We have every room has a lockbox in it to store wares. If you have anything, especially that you'd like to take care of, we have a small safe we could put them in for you.
Define small.
You could fit like a small child in there.
Do I feel like the sarcophagus would... No.
No.
Okay, I figured. Alright. If we leave it in our cart, when the cart is parked, is it going to be relatively safe?
Oh, yes. I will make a note to put your wagon at the back.
That would be appreciated.
Of course.
And then I believe I'm going to go to bed because I'd like to be up for tea.
All right. Let us know if you need anything. Oh, there's also, if those are interested, a red lamp district.
Oh, where might that be?
It is not too far away from the docks. She'll kind of give directions.
Ah, excellent.
And Ron be walking up at this time and be like, "What's a red lamp district?"
Yes,
Don't worry, son.
what's a red lamp district?
We'll be
Nowhere
going there
you
later.
need to go, Bolly. No.
Molly, you can't go. You're too young. I'm not
You'll-
that much of a
You'll
dude.
stay with me.
Why are the lamps different colors?
They signify opportunity.
It is bedtime. No, there's opportunity to go to bed. Now it is time for you to get your butt upstairs.
Okay.
Ron puffs up a bit. It's like, hey, I'm going out, and Bali's not.
Ronnie, you might want to get your rest. You're going to need it.
But the red lamps, I don't know what that is either.
That's fine. You'll find out. Don't worry.
It's deadly poison. They round up bright, fresh-faced young men like you, send them to that slave trade place there. She was talking
That
about.
is not it.
That's it.
Can we go to the red lamp district maybe tomorrow then?
I'm thinking this evening. I mean, it's morning now, like 6 a.m. or so. I figure we could sleep for a few hours, get our 5 a.m. So I will be up, a little afternoon. That gives us an entire day.
In the red lamp district, okay.
No, we're going to go shopping first.
Oh, okay,
In the day, in the red light district.
okay,
It's sort of like a cherry on top.
okay. And Ron's gonna call it good at that.
All right. So you guys have 3 rooms and 5 people. How you splitting everybody up?
Ron's
Elam.
too shy to ask.
I think Merrick and Ronnie will take a room.
All right. American Ronnie, Elam, and Bali, and then Embar will have her own. Because she doesn't think Magnus is coming back.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good bet. Alright, so you all get a lovely time sleep. The mattresses are comfortable. Each room has 2 smaller beds. They're not like tiny. They're, they're not quite twin size. They're about full size. And everything's well made, but simple, nothing too extravagant. Each room has curtains, so you can have your window open to look over the city and the port, or closed to, make it a little bit darker in there. There's also a little oil lamp in each room, and a chest of drawers, so you could put anything you'd like in there. The linens are soft and comfortable. It's just, and it smells clean in here. It smells almost, like a little bit of a hickory smoke, like from the fireplace that's nearby, but clean. Meanwhile, Magnus, 3 pints of snow grog are brought up for you, along with a smorgasbord of delicacies and delights.
Wonderful. I'm going to take the first pint and just drink it down like immediately.
It is cold, refreshing, and delicious. It's been so long since you've had snow grog.
Just as I remember.
That high quality snow grog.
It's really good. Good stuff.
I look at the other 2 classes, and I look over at Charlie.
He's just looking at all the food.
I'll push a mug over to him and just say, "There you go. Normally, a brew this fine is not meant for the common folk, but you're special, Charlie. I can tell.
Well, thank you, mister. My lord. Sir, and he'll take it. His eyes get, like, big. he definitely, he savors it.
Nice. I'll, sip on the other one as I enjoy a very large meal.
There is caviar, there are pastries, there is fine honeyed hams. It's just all of it's mouth-watering and delicious. There's no way you could possibly eat all of it, but you're able to put a good chunk in. And anything that you don't eat, Charlie is more than happy to finish off for you.
Oh, well, no, I invite him to eat with me.
Okay, well then between the two of you, you guys can just barely finish it off. And you are stuffed, you've had beverages, and the wave of sleep is just kind of starting to hit now that you're full and cooled off. No more desert sun beating on you.
Well, Charlie, my friend, find a place to lay down or something. I'm going to go check out this 4-post bed they spoke of.
Alright, so he kind of just, like, fluffs a pillow and just, like, pops over on the couch. You check over to this 4-poster bed. This is, like, a California king-sized bed. It is definitely goose down, mattress, Deva feather pillows, silk sheets. It is exquisite.
Man. Anyways, yes, I will attempt to enjoy my rest.
Alright, soon as you hit the bed and your head hits the pillow, it is hard not to immediately fall asleep. Everyone has a good night's rest and wakes up feeling so much better and refreshed and not as a mummy. So everyone is back up to full HP, and any reductions in max HP are now gone.
Straight to the mirror.
It's gone.
You don't die today, priest.
Priest, you live today.
I'll go see what Charlie's up to, I suppose.
He's got his little, he's stretched out on the couch. He's kind of just sitting and relaxing.
Alright. So, Charlie.
Yes, my lord, sir.
Any fun things to do about this city?
Well, what you consider fun, sir? A lot of people have a lot of different ideas of fun.
I'll, pull out the newspaper, and I'll look for the people they're gossiping
Okay,
about.
yeah.
And then I'll say, well, what did they do for fun?
Oh! Well, they like, the Opera House, of course. Also, the House of Wax. That's pretty fun. Sometimes I go to, the perfume shops or the antique stores. Obviously they go to the tailor occasionally. Some of those who like fencing, they go to the silversmith to get fancy silver rapiers and like.
Well, that sounds great.
They also go to the wig store and the haberdashery.
Lead me to the closest one.
Alright, sir. And as you do, you have a slight knock at the door.
Strange. I'll head over to the door.
Alright, you head over to the door, and it is the maid who has been assigned to you. My lord, we have your outfit has been procured.
Wonderful.
Of course, it is only the peak of current fashion here in Port-a-Lucine.
I wouldn't expect less.
Of course. Here you are, my lord. And you see it is in, burgundy red, gold threading, and white. It's very much the colors you kind of had on you when you walked in, but done in a very interesting style, almost kind of Renaissance-like. The pantaloons are particularly interesting. They're like tights, and then like they poof out right around mid-thigh.
Right, well, as long as it will impress the people about the city.
Of course it will. It is peak fashion.
He'll go get dressed then.
All right, so you come out and you look straight out of a Renaissance painting.
All right. He's going to head to first fun activity.
All right. So Charlie is out to lead you to the first fun activity. Let's pop back into our group at La Premiere. You all have woken up super refreshed, less cursed, not gonna be revived as a mummy in 20 hours.
Oh, good.
And it is a little bit after noon by the time you guys wake up. The midday sun has passed, but not by much.
I think Ron would wake up and talk to Merrick, something to the effect of, so we go to this red district after shopping, you said?
No, we'll do a little bit of shopping and exploring first. The red light district is best experienced in the evening, I believe.
Is it like a spell or something?
Let's just say you get to entertain yourself with lady favors.
Okay, and on that note, me and the boy are gonna go check out the hat shop. All right, little haberdasher. Be fun. Gonna get a little hat, cover our heads. Heads are a little cold. So
I've got quite a few shops I'd like to see.
Sounds great. Still don't know what you mean by lady fingers, but I guess I'll find out.
You will. You will, son. It's a rite of passage for someone like you. It'll be good for you.
Okay. I hope I can pass the test.
I'm sure you'll study hard.
All right.
Time, nom.
Shopping time. What about Ambara? Does Ambara go out shopping with the boys? You hear them talking in the hallway.
What time do we get up? Because I want to be here for tea.
Yeah, you could make tea. Tea is in like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay. Yes, I will go off on my own because I don't want to go to any of those places.
Okay.
I would like to go to that candle/curiosity shop she was talking about.
Mm-hmm. Certainly. And everyone's going to the haberdashery first. Everyone else is?
No.
Oh, yes. Well, Elam is going to the haberdashery because he lost his hat. Where is Merrick headed off to first?
Whichever's closest, the cartography shop, the blacksmith, or the wig store.
So where you at currently? I think the blacksmith would be the closest.
All right. Ronnie, you want to go to the blacksmith with me?
Oh, this sounds good. I mean, I don't really know where else much to go in this town. It looks rather, small.
They said they had a university. Maybe you can go look at some books. I hear they have a library too. And a magic shop.
I do love magic and that. I'll have to rain check you. Maybe we can meet back here at the end later for the red light.
Well, yes. Well, I know where you're sleeping. Why don't you go check with Embara? Maybe she want to go to the library with you.
Okay. And Ron will go find Embara if she hasn't left yet and ask her about that.
All right.
Okay, Embara, do you want to go to the magic shop? I also heard there's a university here, too.
I would like to, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough time because I'm gonna head over to the candle/curiosity shop. And then I want to be back for tea because it's been a very long time since I've had tea, and I would very much so like some.
Would you want to go to the red light district later? I heard they do lady favors.
I'm quite fine not going. Thank you, though, Ron. How about
So
if you'd
nice of you
like
to
to
offer.
accompany me? Yeah. If you'd like to accompany me, we could do tea and then go to the library.
Sure.
All right.
And as I'm walking to the hat shop, I'd just like to make sure that I read the paper I borrowed from Magnus and see the thing about the Monster Hunters book and make a note to go to. Is that at the library? Where is that?
He's signing it? It is on the. It is. So you're in one port town. It's the next port town over. It is a. The giveaway sweepstakes is you will be given a luxury afternoon cruise from this port to the next port town over, where you will be. There will be a dinner with Rudolph and Richten and a book signing that he is doing.
Oh, Bali, look at this. We have got to do this. Now, this man wrote a whole book.
I found a muffin.
Yeah. Well, all right. Eat your muffin. Listen, this man wrote a whole book. Don't interrupt me, son. This man wrote a whole book on monsters. All the different monsters that he saw, he put them all in his big book, and he's going to put it out, and he's going to sign it. I think we ought to go get on this boat and do this whole thing and get a signed copy of the monster book. What do you say?
Okay.
You show a little more enthusiasm than that. I thought you'd be like, oh boy,
Well, how did he write about all those monsters? Did he just go, they're scary, and he wrote them down? Or did he, like, become a monster?
I haven't. Did he become a monster? Well, we should hope not. We'll have to go investigate that if that's the circumstance. But I doubt it. I think he looked at it and went, "Oh my gosh, look at that! A 10-foot spider." I have to write down,
It's like if a Werejackal wrote a book, it would be like all about Werejackals, but because he would know so much about it.
Listen, I say we go get the book and we look and see if there are werejackals in the book. Then that'll be something from where you're from.
Yeah, they killed my parents.
All right, they killed your parents, and wouldn't that be exciting to see if they were in the big monster book?
Yeah.
The jackals, that is, not your parents. Yep. So, oh boy, that has got dark quick. So that sounds great.
What do we have to do to get tickets? Do we need tickets? We have to buy tickets for the camel tour. Do we have to sign a waiver?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. You're a minor, so yeah, you'll probably have to sign something. I'll be your, designated guardian person. So listen, we're gonna go buy a hat. My head's cold.
Oh, you
need a hat.
Do you want this? He kind of like holds up, like a little. Do you need this to keep it warm? It's like a little scrap of fabric.
No, I know. No, my head is way bigger.
You said it was cold.
Not that. Look, finish your muffin. Pick up your feet. We're gonna go buy a hat. I'm gonna get you a hat because you just need a hat, and then we're gonna go buy tickets to this thing.
Okay.
And then we're gonna check out the curiosity shop because I'm curious about the curiosity shop. You know what I mean?
What do they sell at a curiosity shop?
I don't know. It's curiosities. It's life is a unending mystery puzzle box. We're lucky to be enjoying it because an ancient mummy breathed hot death all over me, nearly killed my ass just a few hours ago. So
I thought I died, but then I woke up on the camel and I was fine.
See, and here we are walking down the street eating muffins. You know your hat size? We're gonna have to get your head measured.
What? No.
Just hold still while the man
I wore a
measures.
turban once.
Okay, all right. That's fine. We're not gonna put you in a turban though.
Oh.
You'll get hot. All right. Go in here. All right.
And
then go inside.
All right. So you guys go inside the hat shop to get measured and are greeted by a half-elf man. He is wearing lots of ruffles, like his sleeve ruffles have ruffles. And he says, welcome to the haberdasheries. My name is Hubert. Welcome to Hubert's Haberdashery. How may I be of assistance today?
Oh, Hubert, I just appreciate your verve just right out of the gate. My name is Elam. This is Bali.
Well, Elam and Bali, it is a pleasure to meet you. I see that you are both in need of headwear.
Listen, we are sans hats, my friend, and we need to rectify that immediately.
Yes. Well, hats are a very important aspect of life.
Something with a fearsome countenance. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think it's something that
fearsome. Oh, you want fearsome? I can give you fearsome.
Into the hearts of my enemies and also man's enemies.
Yes. Well, we have those different modus operandi about going about that. You see, you could go for something like this. And he pulls up a hat. It's got like multitudes of colors and feathers. This is bound to send terror to the hearts of many strange and foreign creatures. due to its colorful plumage and display. Now, if you're looking for something a bit more rugged, we have this over here, and he pulls forward. It looks like a leather bowler hat. Yes, of course we can make anything custom ordered as well. Is there something specifically you're looking for besides terror?
Yeah, give me a piece of give me that pencil right over there. I'll draw it for you.
Certainly.
And then he draws on a napkin the exact same hat that he lost in the temple, like the same thing.
Yes.
And then a smaller one for Bali.
Okay. Right. And what materials would you like this to be made out of? We've got cloth, leather, oil canvas, feathers.
Want it made out of, some sort of the hide of some sort of beast that will,
Oh, so you want exotic leather?
I do. Something.
Don't worry. We have a whole line of exotic hats.
I'm sorry. Oh, you do? Oh.
Yes.
Did you hear that?
I bet you're a man who is used to wearing an exotic hat or two. I can tell by your buckles.
I am a buckle enthusiast. Now, you said exotic with a flourish that made me just as nervous as I am curious.
Oh,
so
sir, there's no reason to be nervous in a haberdashery.
No, well, that hat you showed me there made me a little nervous. It's a bit much for me. Now, tell me, exotic, let's define exotic.
Exotic.
Because there's like rabbit on one end of the spectrum and like human flesh on the other.
Well.
You know what I mean? Like somewhere, where does it fall
somewhere
on
in between the two? Well, I mean, it kind of looks around a little bit. I mean, you can get anything for the right price.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad.
In fact, I sold a very ravishing Catoblepus snoot with a matching shawl just, 3-4 months ago. It's very exotic.
Nice. What about like wolf? Like a
wolf? Oh, so fierce. All right,
yes.
Certainly. Yes. One
like
moment. Werewolf. Well, that is... You could say that is the next step up in exoticness. Yes, we do have a shipment of werewolf, in fact. It came in not but 4 weeks ago. Apparently there's some kind of hunt going on in Mordenshire. It's the next domain over. They've been having a bit of a werewolf issue. But don't worry. Everything's fine here at Dementlio.
Cancel our trip to Mormonshire or whatever. Right by Lee, they're not there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, don't worry. The town is incredibly safe from all manners of exotic beasties and the like that other domains seem to struggle with so much. Now here, the main beast in challenge is the arts.
The arts?
The arts.
The arts. The
yes.
Arts.
We have the opera, and of course very other competing mediums of paint, sculpture, and the like. But my medium is hats, and you want a werewolf built hat. I can get you werewolf hide. And he goes, whoosh, and he disappears through a bead curtain into the back of his shop.
I like this guy, Bali. We're gonna be all right. They're gonna take care of us.
He's interesting.
Yeah, he's weird. Just mouth shut and your ears open.
And a moment later, whoosh, the bead curtain opens up again. He goes, werewolf. It's granted, I unfortunately forgot that the werewolf that I ordered in 3 weeks ago is on reserve for one of the members of the Council of Brilliance. But I do have this last season werewolf hide, which, granted, most people aren't familiar enough with werewolf to know the difference between a 3-week-old hide and a 4-month-old hide. So here it is. As you can see it's a very thick leather. I can imagine they're terribly difficult to kill. And he'll go into the qualities and blah 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 of hats, and it's a nice kind of a grayish brown color in the hide.
Marvelous. Sold. I'll take 1.5 of them, one for me and one for the little man.
Of course.
In this style, I think I'm a 10 and a half.
Let me measure.
And once again, any demonstration of value is like a 4-month-old, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You say I'm gonna save some money, then he's on fire.
Oh,
This is-
well, if you're interested in saving a bit of money, I think I have one of last year's earlier models of werewolf pelts. It's a bit from last spring. And here, I'll go into the back, and I'll pull out another, which looks pretty much just as nice. It's just it's a little bit more brownish than grayish, pelt, or hide.
Sure.
Alright, yes, this will shave off several gold from the cost, of course. And he measures both of your hat sizes, then he kind of rolls back up. Alright, for the custom order of werewolf's hide hats for both of you. 14 gold.
Marvelous.
Excellent. I will do
Well, he paid
half
him.
up front, and then, half when the work is completed. Sound fair to you?
Sounds good. I pay him.
Okay. He'll take the 7 gold now, and you see he starts to just get to work.
Marvelous.
Alright. And as Elam has gotten his haberdashery taken care of, let's pop over to Merrick.
Aye, yes.
Yes, you're going to the,
I'm just strolling, enjoying the fact that I'm in civilization again, heading in the general direction of the blacksmith.
Alright, sure. So you're wandering the general direction of the blacksmith, and you run into Magnus. And that paper boy from earlier?
Ah, good morning, or afternoon, Magnus. Where have you been?
Oh, a fine place. Governor Hotel, what's it? Except they need an elevator. That reminds me. Charlie, make sure I purchase a levitation scroll.
Yes, sir. A levitation scroll.
Well, we had a room for you at the La Premiere. It's a nice place, very comfortable. Good rum.
Well, I suppose I could check it out.
Well, I mean, you might want to, seeing as how all of your gold is with us.
I'm sure it's fine. You're my treasurer, after all. If it wasn't with you, then, I don't know, someone might have to end up dead. And he just smiles.
Yes, I imagine someone touching that gold might end up dead.
Good, then we agree.
Right. Perhaps you should have your uppity little hotel take care of it for you.
Of course. He is as confused as I am. Hotel?
There's a hotel.
Hotel, your place where you're laying your head down, the governor's manor or whatever it is.
Oh,
No, the hotel.
I'm a little tired. I'm
It's
sorry.
all good.
Aye, it's fine. Perhaps they have they don't have a safe big enough for the storage service of your gold. So maybe you should find a place there to take care of it, to be safer with you, I'm sure, sir.
Wonderful. Charlie, take us
Yep.
to his hotel. We'll claim the sarcophagus.
All right then.
Aye, it's in the at La Premiere.
I just kind of like looked at Charlie.
He'll kind of point. It's right across the street. Merrick's pretty much just kind of like walked out and started heading up the street.
Oh. Well, where were you headed?
Aye, there's a blacksmith shop nearby that I want to take a look and see what sort of wares they have. I think we're almost at the right technological level that I could get some things I want. It's hard to tell with places like this. We're on a cusp here. They have the cobblestones and some of the other things, oil lamps and whatnot, but you never know, really. Like you said, they don't have elevators.
Well, the gold can wait. I'll come with you then.
Oh, wonderful.
All right, so you guys keep heading on, and Charlie says, "Are you looking for the gun hammer forge then?"
Sure, there's one nearby, I was told.
Oh yeah, it's just right around the corner here, and then up a couple of blocks, and he'll kind of point you, and you hear the sounds shortly of tink, tink, tink. If you know, like a blacksmith shops, that's it, hitting the hammer and everything. And you see the sign that says Gunhammer Forge.
That's a good sign. Have you ever seen a good gun there, Mr. Magnus? Your lordship, sir.
I think so.
A boomstick? Black powder weapon?
Yet crazy gnomes bring things to my father all the time.
Aye, alright, you've probably seen something like it. They're quite good weapons.
Oh.
They can be, at least.
Well, then we should buy several of them.
Let's just see what they have, alright?
Okay.
Just walk in.
Alright. You walk in and you see that there is a couple of wards on the wall. You see a dwarven man, very burly, braided beard, a few streaks of gray in it now. He's kind of pink, just finishing up. Looks like a piece, kind of heats the forge a bit more, turns around and goes, "Oh, how can I help you today? I am, Luradin the Gunhammer. You looking for anything specific?"
Is Gunhammer a name you've just taken, or is it descriptive of what you sell?
Both.
Well, excellent. I like that name. I like that idea. Can I see your guns?
Certainly. I'm a bit of an artisanal craftsman here. My revolvers are my specialty. 6 shots. You kind of see him pulls up a gun here, kind of spins it around, pulls out a few bullets, sticks them in. I've never had one jam.
That's good. That looks nice. Do you do custom work?
Of course. That's what half my orders are. I keep a base stock, of course, to show what the base model is. You don't want to mess with the base model too much, or it won't shoot straight. And, well, you want to be shooting straight.
Straight shooters are all you need. I'm thinking something more along the lines of a scroll work and a little decoration, that kind of thing.
Of course, that can be added to any of models. And you can see models of like 3 different kinds that have like various lengths of barrels and the like. Of course, there's always the slight chance that due to user error or ammunition that there could be a jam, but it won't break. Not my work.
Good. What do these run?
The base model starts at about 250 gold.
Okay.
Goes up to, if you want the really fancy stuff. I mean, I've sold pieces for over 1,000, but they were a bit much. I don't even know how you'd use that in a fight. But just a bit of scroll work and the like. He kind of looks around a second, kind of opens a drawer, unlocks and opens another drawer. He shows someone that's got some basic silver scroll work on the side. It's got like a boat motif on it. This piece is about 325.
I like the sounds of that. Is there a way to get a test shot with this?
Of course, there's enough for at least 6. I include 6 bullets, round of ammunition, basically, and some shots with it. What's the point of a gun if you can't shoot it? And I sell extras as well.
Well, yeah, no, of course, I need some ammunition, but I'm just wondering, I just want to get a test shot to see if I like the feel of the gun.
Oh, sure. And he kind of gestures for you to come. There's like a little open archway to the back.
Okay.
And he
Come along, Magnus. This will be fun.
When you look over at Magnus, he's just like inspecting the inside of the gun.
That's not the side you look at.
Oh.
You always look at the barrel from the back side once you open it. Yeah, I will show you.
But then how do you see inside of it?
I'll explain later.
Oh, wonderful.
You don't look at that end, or you might not be the only thing with a hole in your head at that point. It'll be ugly.
A hole in my head?
Yes, and your brain's on the wall.
It was awful.
Had to blame it, sure.
I used to be a bit worse.
The worst.
Well, he kind of like looks away. We don't want that happening.
No.
Alright, so you walk into the back and you see that there is a short little range. out there. This guy has some property. Basically, it's like he bought kind of like has like the back alley behind these row of businesses. Set up. There's some targets at the base end. He goes, all right. He puts like a round in. Gets it ready, hands it over to you. Try your luck with that.
I take a look at the sights.
Mm-hmm.
He'll just, he'll cavalier it just because, like, not both hands, just one hand. Just like aim and just fire once at the target.
Okay. Give me a dex check plus your proficiency modifier.
Magnus dives to the ground holding his ears.
So a dex save.
Yeah, dex save.
18.
18? Yeah. Hit the target. No problem.
Ah, this feels good.
It doesn't have too much kick.
It's a bit more. It's a bit more mechanical than the ones I like personally, but I like the ability to shoot a few times before reloading. I might take this one. Magnus, would you like a try?
I don't know. It's a little loud.
Oh yes, that's part of the joy. You really feel it when you fire.
I suppose I'll try it.
You'll see Luridin kind of spins in another bullet, offers it to you.
All right.
Just point down at the target.
Oh, that one over there, right there.
That one right there. He kind of just nudges the gun slightly.
Okay.
And then just pull the trigger.
He'll like go take a really odd stance and.
Mm-hmm. Roll me a dex save or a dex check. Dex check for you because you've never used a gun before. Oh.
What?
Bullseye.
Yes. This is a fine weapon.
He kind of looks at your stance in the gun. Looks at the target. You sure you've never fired one of these before?
Nope. First time. I'm great at everything.
I believe it. Naturally, gifted we dwarves are, so.
Yes. What family do you hail from?
A gunhammer. Originally, it was a stonehammer, but no one knows the name here.
No.
I work in more mechanical things now, so I use a gunhammer.
Well, do you know of deep shafts?
I've heard of them. Where I'm originally from, there's a whole lot of them.
I need to brush up on my history of the gun hammers. I apologize.
It's fine.
Or, I'm sorry. What?
Of the stone hammers.
Stone hammers.
There's not a whole lot of them. Very small clan. Artisanal crafting, mostly.
Well, the finest crafts comes up to my lands. There we go.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm sure I've seen some stonehammer crafts before.
Oh, I'm sure you have. He kind of looks at your crown.
Ding ding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's. So, Merrick, how many of these should we purchase?
Right. Well, I just need the one for myself, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure that Elam uses something a little longer than a handgun. Ron is more magically inclined as Ambara. I don't see you using these very often.
Well, it is kind of, small.
Yes, it is. It is.
Not really Magnus,
You could probably get one plated in gold, though.
That would definitely be Magnus.
Aye, you could.
I'll look over to the dwarf. Could we get one plated in gold?
Aye, I do that all the time.
Well then, I suppose I shall purchase a gold-plated one. Just
Alright.
We'll take the one with the scroll work and the gold. Now, his lordship is staying at the governor's. What is it? Manor?
Hotel. The governor's hotel.
Ah, yes. All of his bills are being sent up there. If you'd like to deliver his lordship doesn't like to dirty his hands in person too much with things like that. So if you just could you deliver it there and receive payment there? That'd be fine.
I deliver all my things personally, so I'll bring it there. Upon receipt of payment, I will leave the gun there.
Aye, excellent. He'll take care of it.
All right.
Or one of his factors.
Certainly. Typical business arrangement. Here, just sign here. Saying we've got a business deal.
Go ahead, your lordship. Or would you like me to sign your X for you?
Oh, I have that. Fine Pidman. Prince Magnus Dichel.
Yes.
Very flowing.
Yeah, you get a cocked eyebrow from him as he's like, alright, thank you, your princeliness. It'll be delivered sometime in the next day or two.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Certainly.
That has been most illuminating.
Of course.
So, me and Charlie are out exploring the city, having fun. Would you like to go somewhere else?
I was heading off to cartography, and there's a wig store as well. I was thinking of looking into one.
That sounds great. There's so many new things to do here. It's
a wonderful time. They have an opera, from what I understand. And we go walking off, just talking about all the fun things.
Yep.
Here.
So you guys are walking off. We have Ron and Ambara, who are going off to the candle shop, which also sells magical stuff. Magical components, mostly. Alright, so you get there. And the woman who is behind the counter is a halfling woman. And as you guys kind of walk in, a little ding kind of bell goes off. And she says, "Oh, welcome to my shop here. Can I help you out?"
Good afternoon. My name's Ambara, this is Ron.
It smells like a Bath and Body Works as you walk in, just all the smells of candles.
Assaulted by all the smells at once. We heard you had magical curiosities and
of
candles.
Course, that I do. What you're looking for specifically? I also have a line which I blend the two, so you can get the scent of the spell you're casting.
Oh, that could be interesting.
It's helpful for some of the young students at the university who are trying to learn magic.
Ronald, that might be useful for you, since you haven't been to pig farts in such a long time.
Sounds pretty good. I've never used scents before.
Sure. Do you want to check them out?
Yeah. And Roland's gonna go over and start smelling things. Ooh, You're making happy sounds.
So many different scents. Most of the like novelty candles are at the front, and then near them, like either side of the back, there's like spell component candles and spell components. Let me know if there's anything in specifically you're looking for that I can help you with. We've got pretty much a little bit of everything here.
Do I get the feeling that she makes these spell candles, right?
Mhm.
So she does enchantments.
You could assume that, yes.
Okay. Are you familiar with magical items and identifying the properties?
I've been known to do that a time or two.
I have two things that I'd like you to look at if you don't mind.
Oh, I can give it a go. I'm not necessarily the best at it, but I wouldn't mind having a look.
I've just
Seem like a
had
nice
trouble
lady.
identifying these things. And I will pull out the Ankh necklace
Mm-hmm.
and the tarot deck.
Okay. You pull out the tarot deck and she goes, "Oh, that's Vistani."
Yes, a dear friend, a very helpful, very kind friend of ours, passed away.
Oh,
was
terribly sorry to hear that. But
it was not pleasant.
Vistani kind of have their own kind of magic.
So you don't think it'd work for me if I tried?
It runs in their blood. I mean, you can never hurt, but before trying it, I would seek guidance from a Vistani.
Alright. That sounds like a good idea.
The
Thank you very
magic
much.
is very strange in particular, but this here, she kind of picks up the ankh, looks at it. Well, this is a holy symbol. I think that in the right circumstances, you could use this to turn away some undead.
Oh. With the kind of life I've been living lately, that'd be very useful.
So you must not be from from this domain. No? We don't get much of those old heebly-jeebly stories around here.
Well, that's good to hear. I could use a break. And then could you tell me how these spell component candles work? Is it just
certainly.
you use it in place of spell components? Does it?
Well, some of them you can. I always include a bit of the component in every candle. So these are my favorites right here. It kind of shows you like a certain line. They're rather new, but they're scented with whatever that imagery that spell kind of connotates. If it's a really stinky spell component, I try not to, lean too heavily on that. But inside there's a little foil pouch of every candle once you burn it down a certain bit. And you open up the foil pouch and that bit of component is actually inside for you to use.
That's quite interesting. I've never heard of that before in this realm. No.
I think I'm the first one to think of it. I call them novelty candles.
I think that's an excellent idea. It's definitely something that magic users could, if they don't mind taking some time to get the components.
Well, my thinking is a lot of these students spend a lot of time studying, so they're burning the candle at both ends sometimes. But here they just burn the candle at one end, and by the time they're halfway done, they should know enough about the spell to give it a go.
That's fair. That's a very good idea, actually. Ronald, would you like any of these candles?
Oh, yes. Well, there's some really good smelling ones over here, like lavender and I think this one's honeysuckle.
Do you have one that would help with communing with... I don't think she would ask a stranger if they had help communing with the weave. Do you have anything that would help commune with... not necessarily spirits, but energies?
Oh, like meditation. Of course I've got some meditative candles over here. And she kind of leads you over and it's very relaxing scents. She goes, I put a little bit of pizzazz in them. So
I'm gonna look at them and I'm gonna see which one I feel like would help me the most commune with the
give
weave.
me an arcana check.
Oh dear God. I've not been good at these. 15.
So you're looking at them, like you get like a slight kind of glow. You sense that the spell component candles with the little pouch with the spell component inside, that they would be very helpful to new wizards trying to learn a new spell. That like Rong, if he got one, he would be able to, once he's done burning the candle all the way down, be able to add that spell to his spell book. But the candles you're looking at here, the meditative ones, there's about 5 of them, but you sense that 2 might be helpful to help you meditate.
Okay. I will take 2 of those then.
Okay.
And hand them to her to purchase
All
at the
right.
end. And then I'll go back to Ron and any of the spells hold out for you? Any ones you want to try and learn?
Yeah, smell this one. Just go shove a candle in your face.
Oh, all right. What spell is this one?
It's the spell of detect magic.
Detect magic. Oh, this would be very useful. We do come across things that would be nice to figure out if they're magical.
I don't know it, but it smells pretty good.
It does smell very good, and I do think in our journeys it would be useful. Any others?
Not yet, but this is a cool store. I wish there was more of them.
We can go check out. I do think they have some antique stores. We could probably find some treasures there as well. But we would take these 3, please.
Certainly, right here. She kind of puts them on the counter. She kind of wraps them up in some brightly colored tissue paper, puts them in a little paper bag that has the shop logo on the front. This seems a bit much. Like how much time did she have to get all this tissue paper dyed and like this like she's just doing this in bulk? Dang. And she says, all right, so the 2 meditative candles are, they're only 2 gold each, but the learning candle, the spell candle, that's going to be 75 gold.
All right.
Actually, no,
so
50 gold. It'd be 50 gold.
50? All right, so 54 gold. All right. I will. Let's see how much. Let me check how much gold I have first. I have 152. That's fine. Okay. Minus 50. Oh, not 8. I have 98 left. Okay, cool.
Alright. So she packages it all up, wraps it in brightly colored tissue paper, and hands you the bag.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Of course. Welcome back anytime.
Absolutely. And I head out.
Alright. As you head out, and the group's just having a delightful afternoon. It's a pleasant day. Feels almost maybe like a spring day. It's like warm, but there's a slightly cool breeze. The sun is shining, and you all are having just a pleasant day shopping. Almost forgetting that you all were running for your lives just less than 24 hours before. That is where we're going to end tonight's episode of Mists of Ravenloft. Woohoo! Alright, everybody. That was fun. You guys are finally getting to some civilization. Go do some shopping, pick up some things you need. Relax and have some fun. So let's go around. We'll say who we are, where we can find you, and what your favorite part of today's episode was. Let's start with good little wizard boy, Ron Wesley.
Okay, I'm Shiny Pilot 206, Twitch, Twitters. Had fun. Good rest period for the characters after having gotten out of that mess, especially the last episode. Favorite part actually was the shopping scenes with the gun shop and the hat shop. Those were adorable. Those are great. Well done, guys. So that's about it.
Awesome. Yeah, shopping. We like shopping on this stream. It always happens, but, we always have fun with it. So that's what matters. So we're going to go down to Mr. D20 coup de grace, Mr. Big Spender himself. How are you doing?
Howdy. Yeah, D20 coup de grace. Let's see. My favorite part was definitely just trying to find the fastest way to get rid of all the money we have. And, I really enjoyed the end. And, Charlie. Charlie was awesome.
Charlie. Charlie bit me.
Always loved the Elam and Molly.
They are the dynamic duo. Let's see how that progresses with their little matching werewolf skin hats that are coming up here. That'll be not morally, ethically questionable at all. We also have Nugatosaurus with us here today. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. My name is Nugatosaurus. I play Ember of Anastra tonight, and last night I played Hal, the fighter shifter, on Lindy's channel. And then I do variety streaming on my own channel Wednesday through Sundays. And my favorite part was the Stonehammer Easter egg right in there. Because in our previous Monday night campaign that we didn't stream, we were just doing for fun, I played a Deep Shaft who we discovered was half Deep Shaft, half Stonehammer. So finding a relative, even though I'm not that character anymore, was pretty cool. That was pretty awesome. But yeah, that was my favorite part.
Awesome. We also have Mr. Elam Dewa Jr. himself. Hatless and everything.
Yes, I don't even know where to start. Magnus with finding out that his face was messed up and going, ah! Ron finding out about the red light district. Merrick finding his life and love and his lady is the sea. And Ambara bringing Bali back to life. And bringing a tear to our eye, and at some point, I can't remember when. Anyway, it was just genius. And let's just give it up for another episode where Lindy crushes the NPC work. How many NPCs do we meet? 20, and they all have wonderful, unique voices. And Lindy just brings this whole thing to life, and that's why we love shopping so much in this crew, because They're like, oh, well, you go in here, and he's a half elf, and he's got a Scottish brogue, and it's genius. It's genius. It's great. I'm at producer Trav. Hey, check out WebDM tomorrow. We're gonna talk about dungeons, and I gotta go cut it.
Hold on.
So-
You're gonna talk about dungeons? And dare I say dragons?
No, just dungeons.
Just dungeons.
Just dungeons tomorrow.
Is next
No-
week dragons?
You'll have to wait. And find
Okay,
out.
because
No,
I'm
it's
gonna say if
kobolds,
not, that's
actually.
a poor oversight.
It's kobolds. They have a fight with scorpions. I'll spoil it
I
for
mean,
you,
baby
so.
dragons, I guess, kind of. Dragons?
Dragons?
Dragons.
More dungeons than dragons.
Got
at
more
this point.
dungeons than dragons. Dragons sold separately. Yeah. Alright. So, thank you so much. We also have our happy to be in a port, thank goodness for once, deception check.
Yes, finally back in the port where there's a sea and the smell of salt on the air. Yeah, I'm Deception Check. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter. I'm here. DM Mondays in Exandria. Tuesdays, I am here playing Merrick. As you just saw, favorite part tonight was the look on Ambara's face when Bali asked if she is his mom now.
That was it. That was it.
That was so
that.
perfect.
The house comes down.
It just how quickly she backed that up a little bit, just kind of walked it back a little. I'm just an older sister, maybe. Yeah, older sister.
I'm not gonna be your mom,
Not a mom,
but I'll be your
I know.
sister. Sure.
That was a good part. And of course, anything that Magnus does as he's spending every single ounce of gold in the town that he may not even own yet, he's spending it. Yeah, and I can already tell you what I'm gonna like next week is when I drag Ron into the red light district. That's
Yep.
going to be entertaining.
That's gonna be something. Gives me a whole week to work out the red light district, and I am excited. Let me tell you. But yeah, this is my channel. I'm Laugh Love Lindy, and I see that everyone's talking about Cake in the chat because Cake is the best dragon ever, and so here's Cake. Rawr, makes a cameo appearance every now and then. So he's the best baby red dragon ever. He's not living in the swamps and gonna destroy the world one day. It'll be fine. But yeah, this is my channel. Of course, you can watch all our games here on Mondays and Tuesday nights. Here's a cat who's almost as vicious as a dragon. So yes, Tesla says, come watch Mondays in Exandria on Monday nights and Mr. Ravenloft on Tuesday nights and our once-a-month campaign for aliens and teenagers from outer space, which we are super excited about. But yeah, just definitely check out all these people. They're all fantastic, wonderful, lovely people. And I hope everyone has a super fantastic evening because it's going to be a great week. I can just feel it. I feel it. 'Cause we had everyone didn't almost die or TPK this week. It's going to be good, right? It has to be good. All right, but thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.